Hello there. Welcome. Oh, we're alive for the official movie review of Captain Marvel. This is the spoiler review. So if you have not seen the movie review and you don't want nothing spoiled from you and you haven't had a chance to go see the film yet, do not, and I repeat, do not watch this video. You can watch the movie review that we have on screen, fam. Yes, yes, yes. A bang, a bang, a bang, a bang, a bang. Cam up. Look at her. She's just revving to go. Now, here's the thing that we're going to get into. Cat Mark. She's on the cover of this beautiful magazine that gets sent to my home with Nick Fury. And this film played out like a buddy cop movie, just like I said. But let's go through here. We're not going to do a full movie breakdown. We've done that already. Now we're going to get to the grits. Now I get to say the things freely that I couldn't say in the doggone movie. When they talk about spoilers, maybe I've seen too many movies. That could be the case too. Or maybe I've seen better movies. Or maybe I'm just got too much dark side in me. And the dark side of me is not going to let this ride. But this is an FN 2187. Let's get to it. Now, Captain Marvel starts off great. They got her. She's in a suspended piece of land. She's got blue blood running through her body. They're turning her into Smurfette. And you're like, what's going on? You're engaged. Things are happening fast. And you're like, what's going on? I don't know, but I'm here. Let's get to it. Nothing to it but to do it, right? So we're sitting there watching this transpire, and we're just like, man, this is good. Maybe we was wrong about this. Maybe it's going to be all right. You see the Kree in there? You see her get captured? You see them take her hostage? You see all that? They take her hostage. And what happened? When they take her hostage, she starts seeing all these memories she think they put in her head. She goes to Earth. She's tracking the scrolls down. And the scrolls, they beat her there. How? I have no idea. But they beat her to Earth. She arrived there at Blockbuster Video or whatever the night before. I don't know where she spent the night. She's calling people illegally through the cell phone technology. She's calling out into space. And a lot of people won't answer. What's going on with Captain Marvel? Well, here's the thing. Captain Marvel is originally from Earth. We find that out later on in the movie. She thinks she's a Kree. And that they gave her these powers that she got, and they could take it all away if they want to. Now they want to put her to work and get her working on the missions, and they got to eliminate the Skrulls. They are nothing but plagues. So that's her job. She's hunting the Skrulls down on Earth. Samuel L. Jackson didn't believe nothing she said till he saw one live in his car. And next thing you know, they had the best fight scene in the whole movie. Is when she fights on the train with the elderly lady, who I believe is played by her as well. So she fights with the elderly lady. The best scene on there is the Stan Lee cameo. During this time, there was a movie coming out called Mallrats, written by Kevin Smith. Mallrats. He's holding that script. Ta-da! Mallrats, the classic. Now, the way it opened up, I love the way they opened up and they show all the Stan Lee pictures. And it said, "Thank you, Stan." That was beautiful. Probably the best moments of Captain Marvel. And when they show the cameo of him on the train and she looks at him and smiles, I thought that was classic cameo. And he's reading the script from his lines from the movie Mallrats. Because Stan Lee's in this movie. And he gives a great speech in the movie. So if you're a Stan Lee lover, you definitely watch this movie. This movie is not great. This is a learning curve when you do get some money to make a movie. But it has some very classic scenes in here. Very classic. Really launched the career of that man right there, Jason Lee. And there's Stan Lee. Ding, playing himself, Stan Lee. Tell him, Steve Dave. Yes, it's the second movie in which, if you've been following the Kevin Smith classic, it's the second movie comes in right after Clerks. This birthed the line, "Tell him, Steve Dave." Tell him, Steve Dave. That is like the classic line that has went on from movie to movie to movie. But now we're getting off topic. Let's get back to this. I would rather talk Mallrats than to do this, but let's continue on. Now, everyone's going to say, man, this movie is bad. It's not a bad movie. Shockingly. This is not a bad movie. It's just a forgettable one. Because I'm going to explain how we get there. Now, if you're sitting over there watching this film, she's shooting plastic blows out of her arm and wrist and stuff. It hits the thing, and she's breaking cement with it, her photon plasma blast. And she's just doing all of these things. Why? And I'm asking the question, why isn't she, doing all this extra? It's like, okay, she's doing this, she's doing that. But it's not adding up to me. Translation. It's not adding up for different reasons. And the reasons it's not adding up to me is for a very simple fact. And the very simple fact of the matter is the movie made a mistake in promotion. They promoted her as the most powerful super hitter. So she's been promoted as this super bad thing, but now we got to see her start from scratch. So people are waiting her to be the super most powerful thing ever that we've ever seen. And we just didn't get that payoff. Now you hear people start, like some people with the reviews, they're talking about her emotions and they're comparing it to Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman was a good feminist movie that I knew they were going to compare this movie with. They're two different type of films. But for Wonder Woman's character, her vulnerability, she didn't show any vulnerability. You got to understand Captain Marvel's character. It was written in the way that she doesn't show emotions. She was a trained warrior, okay, who wasn't stepping into a world she did not know. She is somebody who goes and basically fights on other worlds. Her technology was far grasped from this. Wonder Woman was a warrior who basically trained for war, but never left an island, let alone had seen a man. So she's going into a place she did not know. So her emotions is very high. She's very passionate about the things that she's been told her whole life. She's in love with this guy who just dies. Her vulnerability, yes, you get to see that, her pain, because she had someone she loved so much. Her is different. She was in outer space, trained to be a Kree warrior. She's not going to show any emotions like Wonder Woman. So it's going to come off more mechanical. So it was written in the script to be that way. Then you're talking about one of the most emotional actresses there is. She's very good at playing emotions. She's an Oscar winner. She's won an Oscar. Did Wonder Woman win an Oscar? No. Captain Marvel won an Oscar for Room. And you should watch Room. It's a very good movie. Now, with that being said, let's move forward. Now, after all this action, the Skrulls get away. We go back and find out that one of the Skrulls is actually the boss, Samuel Jackson. And Samuel Jackson finds the girl at the bar. We don't know how he tracked her down, but he does. And they're trying to find out each other, information about each other. What's weird about this entire in this entire movie? This is what I found very weird. The movie slowed down to a crawl. And it went through this long tale of her and the bar and all these memory shots. They go from there, they go to the warehouse where it becomes Comedy Rama. Then they meet the cat. They meet Goose. I hated Goose. I hated that cat. I hated everything about it. Now, apparently in the comics, this cat is a Gorgon. And it worked for the movie effect. Now, I'll give them credit for that. I didn't like it, but everybody else loved it. Everybody's, oh, that cat is so cute. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that this cat does not deserve to be in this damn movie to get this much screen time. Now, in the Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, there was a Guardian of the Galaxy member who was a dog in a spacesuit with a doggone thing around his mouth to keep him from biting himself or picking at a scab. So we all remember the spacesuit guy, right? We all remember him. So now that we all remember the spacesuit guy, did we see him over and over in the movie? He had a cameo shot, and that was that, and it was great. They made this cat part of the damn movie. They made him Groot. He did the same role that Groot was playing in Guardian of the Galaxy. And what this movie did was borrow from a lot of movies, and we're going to get to that. We're gonna get to that. We ain't done yet. We gonna get to the grits. Now, they go through this long thing about the paperclip escaping from the room to go and find a ship. The captain shows up. They get a spaceship from there. They fly to a farm. The U.S. government at this time has nothing to track a spaceship landing somewhere on a farm, in farmland, where we meet her partner, who was there, the only person to give a statement, her best friend who she lived with, who had this little girl. Thanks, Darius, man. I appreciate the support, bro. Thanks for hitting the super chat for me. Appreciate the love. So when they landed, right, and they landed by the farm, all of a sudden, this woman comes out, this black woman soldier, pilot, right along with her, and I said, "Ooh, who is this sister?" Man, that sister stole the show for me. I said, "Good Lord," that sister turned around and walked in backwards. I said, "Ooh, wait, where they get this sister from with all this ass?" So she already won this movie for me. I'm like, all right, I'm with this. But now the movie then it started to take turns that it shouldn't have turned to. I'm worried about the down south sister. They going down memory lane, and it's more the undertones of this is more of she ran away from her family. She had trouble with her family. They wouldn't accept who she was or whatever. And they were making the tones of this was a lesbian couple without it being a lesbian couple. She was living with her friend who's all butch and a soldier, and she's the feminine one, and then she's there separate. Like, where's her father? What is going on here? They made this such a feminist movie, and from this point on, all the undertones were there. And I'm just like, I don't like this part. But the little girl I like, and I believe that little girl ends up becoming a superhero down the line, if I'm not mistaken. I think they mentioned it in the film a little bit, but I'll pick up on that later. That I got to go back to comics and everything, because Captain Marvel is a comic that wasn't a popular comic. It really wasn't. Captain Marvel didn't blow. That's why they had so many different Captain Marvels. It's like, well, which Captain Marvel are you? They have one Captain Marvel where she's half Kree, half human. Her father was a Kree and her mother was human, and that's what makes her so powerful. So the storylines are so everywhere. Now they have this whole new thing that they're doing with her. They had a man Captain Marvel before. It was a character that never really popped in the comics, and it's not really gonna pop now because they didn't present it the right way. You had the look, you had everything there, the outfit was great. The only problem is there's no man, that sister pilot was definitely fine. I'm gonna see her at IMAX, and I'm gonna let that big butt fall right in my lap. Boom! And you like, woo! Captain Marvel! Oh man. So now here's the situation. Watching it to this point, you can get a pillow, go to sleep, and wake up when the fighting starts. because it's a boring ride for about 30, 40 minutes of just dead time. They telling her about her past. She's learning all this different stuff. And then finally, here comes more talking as all of a sudden the Kree guy shows up. I mean, the Skrull guy shows up, the bad guy as himself, and he starts talking. He starts talking to them, plays a recording that she had on the plane, and then she realizes that she was lied to all of a sudden. The black box got everything. She shoots the reactor, which is powered by the Tesseract. A Kree woman was there that was helping the Skrulls. So the Skrulls are really the good people. And they've been lied to by the Kree. The Kree is ran and looked like he's lieutenanted by Ronan, the accuser. So Ronan the accuser, he's only there in a couple of scenes, but he shows up there and basically he just blows everything up. That's all he knows how to do, just take the whole planet out. So now she knows who she is. She changes her colors, and I like that part. She was just changing colors of the suit. And then she changed her suit color to the one right here. But I like that neon glow in the dark one too. You know what that one was about, right? That rainbow colored suit she had. And Annette Bening playing the doggone captain. That was like a no-show job. Unbelievable. So this movie was a mess. And they didn't know how to land this plane. So anyway, they all get on the ship. They leave one guy behind. He transforms into Captain Marvel, tries to be her. The Kree guy played by Jude Law, who trained Captain Marvel, who was the guy who actually came there and killed her captain or whatever, who was one of them, who she was going up against them, trying to hide the people, the Kree people in her invisible spaceship that she got right outside Earth. So it's a switcheroo. Now with all of this switching and everybody switched around and all this craziness taking place, they're looking for answers. Why is this this? Why is this that? They get on the ship. Lo and behold, she finds the Tesseract. So the power of all her energy, because she blew up this doggone reactor, all of the energy went inside Captain Marvel. She's now a super Captain Marvel. But her power comes from the Tesseract. So can she control the Tesseract? Since the source of her power comes from it, more questions are going to be answered. Then they can't hold it. Then the cat has tentacles come out of his mouth, picks up the Tesseract, and eats it. And it's funny because the cat, I've seen this movie twice. Every time the tentacles come out, I look at the reaction of the crowd. The crowd jumped. When the tentacles came out of the cat, they did not expect that at all. Then the bad guys have them cornered. The cat eats all three of them. Kind of like when Groot threw his arm and gagged all of them in the first Guardian of the Galaxy and started whipping them all apart when they were all trapped. They had a lot of these moments in this film. Then they have one of the worst scenes in movie history when she has a fight scene with the rest of the group. When she gets her power, when she is super powerful, and she breaks away from the lies, she takes away this restriction bolt that's on her, breaks that. Now she is a woman. And my thing about it is this. They needed something for her pilot friend to do. Her pilot friend is flying all of them back down to Earth. And she's flying that ship around. And they got her friend, the one girl that hated Captain Marvel, is down there trying to kill her friend. They run through the Grand Canyon just like Independence Day. I said, wow, this is Independence Day when Will Smith was running from the alien through the mountains. I'm like, if she let her crash into this mountain, I'm going to be upset. But no, they let her set a trap. She spun all the way around, and when she came around, she shot her and blew her up to show that she's a superior pilot. So now, Captain Marvel, as super powerful as she is, she's still having trouble dealing with Jude Law and everybody else, and she's got all this ultimate power in her. Yet she can glow, her hair can fly. She's going around smacking people around, doing all this stuff. And it's like, okay, you're beating these guys up. Like, what is going on here? Jude Law still got control of you and still holding his own. Jude Law tells Ronan the Accuser that he can come blow up Earth. Ronan shows up, starts dropping bombs right on Earth. And what, Lord and behold, Captain Marvel flies up and grabs the first bomb, and she's moving the missile up in the air. An homage to Superman. In the very first Superman movie, when he's running down the missiles and he grabs the missiles and taking the missile up into space, that's Superman. So she uses that missile to throw that into the other missile. And all the missiles blow up. Then she flies in the sky and they send little pellet things on her or whatever. She's just knocking them out like an arcade game. And it looked like Space Invaders, which they play at homage with one of the alien kids invites her, like points to his high score on Space Invaders. And it looked like Space Invaders. She was the ship just going through them. She's just knocking them all down, and she flies through the ship and just starts tearing it up. And she just all go. Then all of a sudden, periodically, she do something stupid, like yeah, like she just scored 2 points. They had to throw that effect in there, like she's just this is all new to her, so she's got to be overexcited. She yeah. I'm like, oh god, they got to get more feminine than this. Did we really need the yeah? She did it like twice. I'm like, would they just edit this out? So she beats up everybody. She flies up in the sky and she goes, Ronan them retreats. They will be back for the bunker. And everybody leaves. Now, the only thing on my mind is I got to find out who that sister was in that movie and find out what else she played in. That's all that's on my mind. She goes back down to Earth. She tries to fight Jude Law's character. She beats him up, puts him on a plane, sends him back, saying, I'm coming to shut it all down. So she's on her way to shut it all down, but she's going to find them a home. The Scrolls are like, look, Earth too dangerous. We need a place. That's right. New mission, find the booty. This movie should have been called The Sister with All That Ass. I still came to see it. Probably 4, 5 more times. I'm like, who is the sister with all that ass? That could have turned this whole movie around. She'd be like, you know what? Do these pants make me look fat? Woo! Man, this movie great. That's all I need to see. They could have did that for 2 hours and 45 minutes of her trying on pants. And I'd be like, Captain Marvel off the chain. I'll be back tomorrow. I ended. I'll be like, man, that's up there with Infinity War. Hey, nothing like this on Infinity War. You see, how Black Panther got nominated for an Oscar. They had Lupita in there, and woo, Lupita was shutting everybody down. She was, that African outfit just throwing it, boom, boom. I was like, oh God. This dude almost got in trouble with his girl in the Black Panther theater. That was funny. He saw her running out when she had that warrior outfit on. She went and running. They were showing him from the back. The director knew what he was doing, baby. Ryan Coogler knew exactly what we wanted to see. He showed them running out from the back. Dude was like, oh my God. He was with his girl. She was, you just disrespected me. I high-fived him. I'm like, hey, man, hey, it just hit us. We didn't expect to see that. It's Black Panther. We came to see the Black Panther movie, man. We see that. It caught a brother off guard. We didn't expect to see all that. So, oh, she got it for real. Yeah, that's a real one. Yeah. I mean, Lupita's is unreal. I see Lupita. That's it. I'm gonna be like, we retiring right here. Anyway, what you doing? I'm retired right here. So anyway, back to the Captain Marvel thing. Now my mind gone. I'm back thinking about the sister. Now, they start joking about the name Marvel and Marvel and all this craziness. Then she gives him back his pager. His pager is now modified to where it can reach through galaxies. I don't know where she found time to fix it, but she found time to fix it. And now she get to take the alien people off the planet so they can go find a home. And she decided to leave the Tesseract on Earth with Nick Fury. And she said, only use this for emergencies. So this explains where Captain Marvel has been while all these events has been going on. And I'm like, if I'm Nick Fury, when the sky opened up and all these aliens started popping up, coming on Earth, that'd have been a good time to call Captain Marvel. I ain't trying to get no man in no iron suit to go over there and fight no aliens coming from outer space. I'm getting Captain Marvel in here ASAP. As soon as that thing opened up, boom, that little alien ship came through. Snap the fingers, Captain Marvel, please. Hello? Yeah, Captain Marvel. I had her there like Johnny ASAP. When doggone Ultron finna destroy the Earth. Beep. Captain Marvel, please. Yeah. Get your mother uncle about over here. Yeah, about this thing named Ultron about to blow up the damn Earth. I need you to get your little tight ass back over here. Yeah, do that glowing, sparkly thing. Come blow everything up. He should have been calling. He ain't know about that on, so couldn't get there. She be like, only for emergency. Mother Ucker, this is a Mother Ucker emergency. We got aliens flying all over the earth talking about taking over the planet. They done stole the Mother Ucker Tesseract. Oh yeah, he done stole that. Yeah. Now look at here. I need, and I'm tired of these mother ucking aliens on this mother ucking planet. Captain Marvel, you need to come in and open some windows. Well, they invading and they all to die. All of them. I don't know about you. They got a sister in there that's worth the price of admission. When I'm through with this video, I'm looking her up. They should have a sister over there on this doggone cover. I need that sister on this thing. Giving me the back shot. I'll be like, there you go, sister. So the end credits show, the big reveal. They show a clip of the movie Endgame. So in the clip that they show from the movie Endgame, they have the pager in there. They recharge the battery. Somehow they find Nick Fury's pager. They grab the pager. They got it on the battery, and it goes dead. And soon as it goes dead, Captain Marvel shows up. They were like, "Does it work? Let's try it again." Captain America, Black Widow, the Incredible Hulk, and War Machine are there. And before they could turn around, they went out, they turned around, and she was there. Where's Fury? And the movie cuts off. Boom! Captain Marvel will appear in Avengers Endgame. See, they were filming the movies at the same time, and I think they were so distracted they never got a chance to really get there. Now, there's one at the very end of the movie that's really stupid. You remember, the cat ate the Tesseract, so the Tesseract is still inside of the cat. So Nick Fury was playing with the cat. After the cat didn't had tentacles come out and eat people, he was, oh, my favorite cat. I hated this whole scene. And then the cat scratched Nick Fury across the eye. And that's how Nick Fury's eye went out. The Flurgan scratched him. Now he don't have an eye. Because of this stupid cat named Goose. That's not a real cat. It's a flurkin. And at the very end, the cat goes up there and it throws up the Tesseract. Then it goes off. I wanted to shoot that cat. I wanted to burn him out of this movie. See, see, see what I'm talking about? I love that cat. See, that's what it is. That was the distraction of the movie. The cat might get a damn Oscar nomination because of the people. Man, y'all done went and stalked her already. I saw it first. LaShonda Lynch. Meet Carcino. We finna get it on in the den. She's from London? Damn, I can't go all the way to London. That's a long, long distance. Oh, when I go out of town. Okay. Well, London doing it like this? Okay. You could put her right, Black Panther. Mm. Yeah, you are Captain Marvel. She was the whole movie. She's 31. Mm-hmm. There we go. Oh, they gonna make her a superhero too. 'Cause I think her name might be a superhero. I don't really remember. But yeah, put her in some tights right now. Yeah, Marvel too. I'm gonna be right there, front line and center. Is that her daddy or something? You say Rambo is her name. Man, I gotta know, man. Woo, we gotta bring her home. My goodness, she wearing that dress. We got to bring her home. I'll be like, can you feel like being in the Illinois weather? You can make it. Yeah, look at Sam over there with all these women. Mm-hmm. Sam over there. That fine little thing gonna be sitting right on here. Little firecracker. I got my eye on you now. We can just roll her right on over to black and get her a superhero suit right now. LaShawna. Oh wow, she was a last minute replacement too. How about that for note? Deshauna Wise was supposed to play that role. Dewanna Wise is the one doing the She's Gotta Have It thing on Netflix, and it was gonna be scheduling conflict, so she had to let Captain Marvel go. That's messed up. You let the Marvel movie go for Netflix, man. Let me see which one I want. Hold on, this is like my Tumblr here or whatever. What's that Tinder? Man, this is it. You see, might be over here shopping for a new wife. You gonna see Carson on the red carpet. All right, so. Ooh, hold the phone. This the one wise. Let me get on over here. What we working with over here now? She's 34. Okay. 34 through the door. Okay. I see you, Dewana Wise. Okay. Here we go. Now we getting somewhere. I'm gonna stay with my LaShawn. My LaShawn. I'm gonna stay with her. Plus she got some clown with her. I don't like that. He's slowing you down. Yeah, he's slowing you down. Everything was perfect, so I saw that. They went and got them a nice from England. Oh my goodness. Now we talking. The Suns beat the Dubs. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks. They beat the Dubs. They beat the Lakers. Suns should be in the offs. Nobody cares at this point. Nobody cared the last place team beat the first place team at the end of the season. Believe it. They're going through the motions. This ain't like baseball where you want to go in hot. Here, everybody worrying about rest. Your legs is cool, right? Don't burn it out trying to guard Devin Booker. I'm trying to get 40 tonight because his kids finally gonna watch it or something. His family gonna watch it because Golden State won. His family don't even watch the game. That's messed up when your family don't watch your game. I know, right? Yeah, I can't wait to see Captain Marvel too. That sister gonna be front line and center, and I'm gonna be right there at the premiere. And I'm gonna be right on her arm. His cartoon will have an English accent. I'll be like, it was smashing. The movie was smashing. I enjoyed it, Brolix, but I was able to accomplish a lot. I thought she was very outstanding, very outspoken. My beautiful wife, Lashonda, the way she beat the bad guys, full stop. They tried to blag her, but she put it in Masha's Chevy Chase. Now, you actually think there's gonna be a Captain Marvel too? We got Thor Ragnarok, didn't we? You gotta understand, Thor: The Dark World was the worst Marvel movie ever created. Out of the whole Marvel universe, Thor: The Dark World is by far the worst. I could watch Captain Marvel 3 million times before I put that movie back on. No, Thor Ragnarok was outstanding. Iron Man 3 used to be right behind that. I mean, Iron Man 2 used to be right behind that. 3 is way better than Iron Man 2. If you think if you think Iron Man 3 sucked, don't even watch Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 was so bad. Jeez. 3 ended up being garbage. It started out great. Then it ended up being a disappointment at the end. Kind of like Captain Marvel. Well, Hulk is not part of the Marvel universe. Not the Ang Lee Hulk. And the Ang Lee Hulk is much better than Thor: The Dark World and Captain Marvel. It was the most dumbest movie I probably have ever seen made by Marvel. I'm like, look, just say y'all were busy making another Marvel movie. Y'all were busy working on the Avengers script. That y'all kind of forgot about this. No, the Mandarin is still alive. Rotten Tomatoes can't be trusted. They proven that years ago. They sold out for the money. So their integrity is nothing no more. Now people buy Rotten Tomato ratings. The Mandarin has not been seen yet. See, you guys didn't see the extended version of Iron Man 3 that was on the actual, it was on the Thor: The Dark World DVD bonus scene. There's a story what happens to the fake Mandarin when he goes to prison. He becomes a rock star in jail. He got everybody in there, even though he was faking like he was the Mandarin. He got people working for him and everything. And he's trying to get back in Hollywood. His career is booming. He's running the prisons. Then, then a guy comes and interviews him and was asking him, he was like, how do you know about these and this and this? And he shoots everybody in there. And he's like, he wants to meet you. And he was like, who? The Mandarin. The Mandarin wanted to meet that fake and he wanted to know how he was stealing all his signs and everything. Like you was faking it. So you never met the Mandarin. The Mandarin is still out there. See, you guys didn't know that because you guys didn't watch the bonus scene. Iron Man 3 continued. It's on YouTube. Somebody recorded it. Marvel kind of took it down a couple of times. And that guy worked for the Mandarin, the real Mandarin. The guy who came there to interview him and he shot all them people there, all his people. And he was like, he wants to talk to you. He wants to meet you. So definitely go check that out. We'll talk later. Tell me, what is the best Marvel movie made? I haven't really watched Umbrella Academy. I've been busy watching other things. I've been on my anime. I don't know if you know about this. Code Geass 1 and 2. That's what I'm in the mix of right now. I saw the Chucky trailer. I like it. I think they're mixing Chucky 1 and 2 together to make one movie, which is good. It will work out a lot better that way. And I'm seeing scenes that was in part 2. They might use scenes that was in every Chucky movie to make this one big Chucky movie.